This podcast is made for you. Believe everything we say is true. 1722.
1722.
Welcome to the 1722 podcast, where we talk shit about everything and don't take shit from nobody.
Oh, we don't take shit from nobody.
You're damn right.
God damn. I love it every time. My goodness.
Killing it.
My goodness.
Do you remember the days, like, we don't ever talk about this, do you remember the days, like, when Tyus wasn't here? It's weird to think of a time that there wasn't the damn straight.
Oh, I thought you meant when Tyus wasn't, like, here. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you remember the days before Tyus was born?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he was born before me, motherfucker. Yeah, that is true. And now I just wait for it. Now it's weird. If we would have cut at my part, I'm like, no, I like this.
Because, I mean, you know, these, we're looking at these YouTube numbers, and they actually are going up. Mm-hmm. More people are checking it out and commenting. So some people may not know, you know, that there was a before. So I think it's okay to jump into it every once in a while and talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, he's the sound engineer. Blake's the host. I don't really do anything besides talk on here, to be honest. Relief. Yeah, I'm the comic relief. That's about it. Oh, goddamn. That's a harsh one to accept.
I think Tyus joined at 45.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe was the very first one that he was, like, a part of it. Mm-hmm. The episode Corey, check it out. I think it was, like, one of the first YouTube ones, too.
Yeah, it was. That one got very weird. Very weird to hear.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right at 2022. Like I think. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the cool thing about podcasting, is it is like a time capsule.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go back and listen to old episodes of other podcasts or ours, and I'm always like, I remember I was when I listened to this.
I've tried to listen to it at work, but I can't stand hearing myself talk, and then I also edit it.
So you've heard it a billion times,
right?
Yeah.
All right, well then tell me something's going on. What's going on in the news?
You think I care about the news? See, this is the issue with that, okay?
Let's get into it.
All right. The news doesn't have anything that's interesting to you. It's always like, oh, the gas prices is, I guess that's...
I'm definitely...
Yeah, that pertains. Okay, that pertains. But, like, the wars or anything with the politicians, like, he went to the first grade school in Missouri or whatever. And I'm like, why do I care that the president went there? Right? Or it'll be like car crash in some random state, and I'm like, I live 5 states away. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry for them, but that doesn't apply to me. I don't give a fuck. They didn't die anyway, so I mean, it's okay, you know. And not to mention, half the time news is now fake. So.
Right. Well, no, I mean, I feel the same way. Like, I try to scroll through it just to see what's going on, and I'm like, none of this is interesting. Like, it's really only interesting if it's like pop culture type shit.
Yeah, I know, and that's what's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to be the person that when I watch the news, I react the same way. Because it's sad that when Macho Man died, we were like, oh my God, right? But then if, like, someone else died that we knew that we worked with, we'd be like, oh man, I'll take the number 3. We'd go right past that.
But the thing is like, they entertain me, though. Like,
but you don't know them.
No,
like, you don't know famous
I understand that. But, like, they interest me. They intrigue me. Like, to care about politicians like an old white guy in a suit who apparently is an asshole and I can't do anything about it, but he controls a part of my life and I can't do shit about that. Yeah. You know, it's like, or, you know.
And if you could do anything about it, then there's people in the back that are keeping you from doing anything.
And he's never his real self on the camera, so.
Right.
You never knew that dude either.
Yeah, it's just a good time.
Exactly.
It's entertaining. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it's entertaining, but at the same time, it's not something that we need to see. If it's shit, like I said before, if it's shit that's like, okay, aliens have invaded. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's something that needs to happen. COVID, that was something. Yeah, makes sense. Right. But all the, like, you know, like when we would watch the 5 o'clock news back in the day, and be like, this bridge is being made, and blah, 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 15-minute segment on the episode. It's like, why are you doing that?
I don't give a fuck, but isn't it weird to think that there are people that do?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of stuff does interest me.
Yeah, old farts. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. If you're an old fart, don't watch the podcast.
Hey, we'll take them all.
Yeah, that's true. Share it to your grandsons, actually. I'm going to start saying that for now. This is your grandmother's favorite podcast. Because it is. It should be. Every grandmother would love 1722. She was born then.
That's right. I mean, every grandma loves us, right?
I think so. I don't think I've ever met someone's grandmother that hated me genuinely. Okay, no, I take that back.
Jacob's
actually.
grandma.
Yeah, I was to say immediately. Yeah. Klein's grandma fucking.
Yeah.
Icky Vicky is what we call that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know Icky Vicky, you know what happened to her.
Shout out Vicky. I hope you choke on your clarinet.
She's like Squidward the Reeds. Going down. Nah, we won't take it back, but
no, absolutely, I don't take anything.
But it is very strange to think that so like everyone's like, oh, my grandmother's this nice ass person, whatever. It's like, yeah, but 30, 40 years ago, your grandma was a whore.
Who says nice ass grandma?
I'm just saying, like, someone's like every single person is like,
hey, what's up, Austin? This is my nice ass grandma.
And she's like, yeah, what it is.
I mean, that'd be cool as fuck.
Yeah,
If he's calling her nice ass grandma, she's definitely taking shots and shit.
Yeah, like the Dab and Granny, the one who's like on the fucking Instagram and shit. Oh, I said on the Instagram. Jesus, slit my wrist, throw me in the river.
She is not a cool grandma to me.
Yeah, it's
too
cringe.
much. I can tell that you would annoy me.
Yeah,
I don't want to hang out with her
because she's like, ooh, ooh, and then she does it, and then she's like, and that's the video and shit, and then she's walking around Comic-Con and all that, Smoke-Con, whatever, doing all that shit. I'm like.
Yeah. Good for you and the life you built, but...
Yeah, you're making money and you're like 90 smoking weed, so hell yeah, but come on.
It's kind of living the dream, really.
I mean, shit, I know we've talked about it on here, but now that Levy lives here, I've been watching TikToks with her while I fall asleep, obviously, because, you know, and it's the fucking worst.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to enjoy it.
No, I'm saying, I even told her earlier, I was like, the ASMR shit that is on TikTok is the oh my god, and it's millions of hits.
It drives me crazy.
I'm like, we put out this shit every fucking week. It's funny, and I don't give a fuck if anyone's out there that's saying, yeah, it's not funny, you guys are trying too hard. Yeah,
well, you don't know funny.
Yeah, you don't know funny. But it's like people, it'll be like some dude, he takes chopsticks, right, and he'll take like 100 noodles and steak and eggs in one thing, hold them together, and then that's the sound, and it's all amplified. Ugh. And it's disgusting. I
never want to hear that sound again.
And then earlier, I was like, this is what passes off as comedy? This horse shit?
Oh, that's comedy?
No, not that. That's just ASMR eating. Not that. I'm saying this other thing. This is terrible. This wife is, again, hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of likes, okay?
I've yet to see a truly funny TikTok.
Yeah, it's very rare. And so she's at her husband's in the fridge, okay? And she walks up to him, and she's at the phone first. She's like, "I'm gonna make him laugh. Watch." And then she goes up to him, and he's like grabbing a beer or something, and she goes to do the finger thing into his ribs, and then she goes, "Poopy," and then that's the video. And then the comments were, this is hilarious, the funny, I'm dying, death signs, skull bones and crossbones. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are fucking, and I'll say it, I don't give a shit, Mongoloids.
Okay.
Yeah, whoa. Mongoloids.
Shout out Mongo.
Yes. Oh man, it's fine because I was technically diagnosed as a mongoloid at 5, so I can say that.
We should write a book for autistic children called Mongoloid.
Oh my god, that would be the greatest fucking thing ever. What would he look like?
Let's see. Well, I think he needs to
Is he human? Is Mongoloid human?
I think it should be fun, so that way everyone can relate.
Okay, so he's human. Okay.
Oh, no, I was saying, like, maybe, I don't know.
Like an alien? What are you saying, an animal?
I don't know. Well, if he is human,
yeah, I
still think he should be, like, I don't know, like purple-colored skin or something.
Purple-colored skin. And he's got buck teeth?
Like, I imagine it cartoony. Okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking for a live action in a Netflix series.
I'm not thinking Caillou. Like, you know. I want something colorful and fun.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, so he's purple. I'm thinking he's got shitty spiky hair.
Yeah.
Okay. He's probably got
I figured one big eye, a small eye.
Is a hand like this?
I think his hands are okay.
Or should he have one of those small hands and a long hand?
He's knock-kneed, though.
Right? Ooh, knock-kneed when it's inward?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's knock-kneed. Okay. I like that. No shoes.
Yeah.
No shoes.
Lloyd can't afford it.
No, his feet are always wet. Yeah. His feet are always wet, and he never knows to explain it to anybody.
Okay. How does anyone explain wet feet?
What? That's what I'm saying. People are like, Mongo Lloyd, what's up with your feet? And he's like, huh? And then that's it. And then he eventually learns to speak. But even when he learns to speak, he still doesn't know why his feet are always wet.
Okay, there you go.
We're trying to build sequels to this, you know?
Yeah. We're
trying to build like a huge book, bigger than Harry Potter and all that fucking shit.
Right. I'm thinking movie...
The Adventures of Mongo Lloyd?
Right.
God damn.
There we go.
I want that.
Netflix?
Yeah.
There we go.
Man, I wonder if we put that as the title of this YouTube video, if it'll get flagged. The Adventures of Mongo Lloyd. Have we done anything? Have you guys done anything that's like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. That's kind of strange.
I mean, I've watched some things that I could talk about, I guess. If we want to take it there, yeah, fuck it. We'll just edit this in. Well, this isn't going to be interesting to you, so I'm going to try to talk about this without spoilers, and for the listener as well. So.
Yeah.
But Tyus and I have yet to talk about this. But I watched Black Phone.
I was just about to say, I was going to be like, that shit is so trash, they put that shit on Peacock.
Yeah.
And yet
I liked it a lot.
Say it's one of the biggest movies in the world. Great reviews. You're the only person.
Yeah, the only person I've heard that doesn't like it. I mean, I don't think it's like the greatest movie of all time.
Well, I mean,
but like, I like how it plays out. I think Ethan Hawke does a great fucking job.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that in the car, though. I don't think he did a bad job. I just expected more from the movie.
Yeah.
Especially with the trailers and how they talked about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what I hate about nowadays trailers.
I don't hate the movie, but
it's definitely more of like a psychological.
Is it a thriller or more of a horror? Which one?
It's like a thriller, yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, I think thrillers are a lot more gripping, to be honest, than a horror. Because horror most of the time is just jump scares.
I mean,
and
I
music.
expected it to be a thriller though when I seen the trailer. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be like full on horror.
Yeah.
Like, it's not scary or anything, but it definitely makes you feel like on the edge of your seat, like a little bit anxious or whatever. Like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I like how everything kind of pieces together throughout the movie.
Let's give a synopsis for people who've never heard of it.
Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke, a child.
Mentioned the check.
And then, yeah, I don't know any other actors that were in it. I don't think off the top of my head right now. I'm trying to think. But Ethan Hawke plays a fucked up Willy Wonka type, basically, and he kidnaps this kid.
His hats are cool as fuck in the trailer. Every single mask and shit. Oh,
everything about him is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then basically the kid has to deal with that and being trapped and whatnot, and trying to figure out how to get out. And there's a lot of other side characters that they kind of have things that go on and kind of align with it and kind of all piece together. Like I said, I'm not trying to give away spoilers, but I do think that it is something that you should watch because it's a good movie. I think you'd like it.
No, I mean, I definitely want to watch it, and I mean, it's been on. I've seen nothing. It's the only movie I'm seeing. Like
I
people
also
are talking
watched
about,
one of the worst movies I've ever seen in a long time, and it's a horror movie, and I laughed through the entire
real
thing,
hard.
Basically.
What's it called?
Another Peacock movie, but this is a Peacock original.
Peacock, what are you doing? What
they
the
slash
fuck?
them.
Oh god.
It just came on directly after Black Phone, so I didn't turn it off.
Should have been called Pronouns.
Basically.
Yeah.
And that's all they were shooting for. Is they wanted to cover all their bases, it feels like, and they're like, we want to like include everyone and be the first to like make this story. Kevin Bacon basically runs like a gay conversion camp where he tries to turn gay kids straight.
Oh god. How's that movie made today?
And they do all kinds of shit along the way trying to convert them. And then, of course, as you can imagine, it goes south. There ends up being a killer in a mask, which, by the way, looks like Well, it doesn't as it plays out, as you see it more often, but the first few times that you see it, it looks just like Jason Voorhees, like it's a hockey mask, basically. But then towards the end, they seem to have gotten like an actual mask, so that was a little bit confusing where that transpired. But yeah, it's not good at all.
Let me guess.
There's a part, okay?
Yeah.
And this is verbatim. This is what happens in the movie. So I'm only saying exactly what happens. So fuck you if you try to get offended, okay? All of the gay kids, end up in the same cabin in one scene of the movie, okay? And they start singing Pink to each other, and it's the
So what? I got
'cause you're less than perfect, don't you ever feel? Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, okay.
That song.
That's by music.
And it's like they just kind of start singing it to each other, and I shit you not, it turns into a whole fucking musical number where they're jumping on beds singing and they're twirling around, and it turns into an episode of Glee real fucking quick.
Oh my god.
It's cheesy as hell.
Why? Do you have to make so many genres into one?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then randomly people start
dying one by one,
killed, and there's like the most awkward sex scenes I've probably ever seen in a movie ever.
And I'm assuming
just in case anyone wants to watch it, I'm also not going to give a spoiler on that either. But
I'm assuming that there's sex scenes with male, woman / they fucking a they.
It's hard to keep up with,
Okay. Okay. That does make sense.
What's
exactly I did want to say that with the killer.
Yeah.
Is there a part where he's chasing them, and then I'm like, I'm gonna catch they, and it's one guy?
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if so, it's the greatest movie of all time.
Like,
did you see them? Oh.
I don't know how often that they are referred to as they or them throughout the movie. That I can think of. Maybe I just didn't notice it, but it's definitely the overarching feel of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, they drive that point home, and
the car has a pride flag when they're driving up to the camp.
No, actually. But Kevin Bacon, when they show up to the camp and they're all standing outside the cabin house or whatever, which basically feels like I was watching The Quarry for a second, because it looks like the same. Yeah. It's not that creepy, but it feels like that type of setting. He's basically like, I just want you all to know, I have nothing wrong with gay people. And, like, he gives, like, this whole fucking speech and how much he loves them, and it's cringy as hell.
When are people going to learn that if you go up to someone and be like, hey, just so you know, I love insert whatever here, people.
Right.
That you're already a piece of shit. Like, stop. If you're like, I already like little people.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just say I like you.
Right. Yeah,
like,
why does anyone need to be classified?
Yeah,
it's weird.
You're putting people in boxes and shit. And then you're also trying to abide by the pronouns. But if you go up to these people and you're like, hey, I am perfectly fine with gay people. What are you doing? You're completely invalidating.
Right. It makes it feel like you're not at all.
Yeah.
I feel like true acceptance is like
not acknowledging
just walking right past and not thinking anything about it. Like, who gives a fuck?
Don't ask, don't tell. Obama said it the best.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get him back in office.
Yeah, get him back in office. I miss his salt and pepper head. I don't give a shit about Obama, Bush, any of them. I don't know what any of them did.
We're getting pretty political on this episode. Tyus, where do you stand?
I don't.
Okay, he doesn't stand. Okay, so what about you? What are we thinking? Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Independent, Libertarian?
Probably the Tea Party, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could just be sitting back while they're all fighting. Like, while the riots were going on, I could just been drinking my shit, not giving a fuck. There's someone taking Pelosi's thing out the White House, and I'm just drinking. I don't give a shit.
You don't give a fuck.
I pay my bills. Yeah.
That's right. You're the mayor of Arizona.
Yeah.
That's right, the Tea Party.
100%. You're a left.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm pretty up and down.
You're pretty all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all up. Absolutely.
That's what I don't like about politics. Is why if you can't have an up and a down, but you have a left and a right, you already suck.
Right. You got east and west. Why can't you have north and south?
Exactly. It makes absolutely no sense. And then when you tell people that are into politics, then they're like, "Oh, that's not what you should be focused on." But it's like, yeah, but you're calling people alt-right, so you're focused on it.
Right.
So shut the fuck up. If you're not focused on it...
I think it's easier to say independent because then people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, then they feel like they have to convince you of something.
They have to preach to you and
but
be like, oh.
if you're already taking that stance, then they're probably like, oh, okay, well,
yeah,
you're one of those.
It's the most annoying thing. But that's with anything, though. It's like if someone comes up to you and they're like, have you tried this? Like, if they're like, okay, have you tried this Hot Wheel? And you're like, no, I haven't. It's like, oh, okay, it does this. Or if you're like, yeah, I don't care. Oh, okay. It's like, didn't you
I'm
just...
more of a Matchbox guy myself.
Yeah, they're still going to be like, okay, well, this is the thing about Hot Wheels. And you're like, no, motherfucker, stop. What are you doing? Oh, my God. But, I mean...
Don't try to sell me on Hot Wheels.
But if they give me that toilet Hot Wheel? The toilet one?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, now that one
I
I'll
used
be
to love
going
Hot
in.
Wheels as a kid, though. I used to collect them.
We had that big-ass bin full of Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably thousands of them, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean,
way too many.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just like, yeah, I'm throwing them out. I never thought twice about them.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I couldn't do it now. I'd be stepping on them.
Cool thing about Hot Wheels, though, is they are real cheap. So if you have a kid that absolutely loves them, it's kind of a win-win because you can like always get them something because it's like $2.
Yeah.
If that.
And now they're probably like $5.
Yeah, that's true.
With inflation.
Yeah. Balloon
I don't even know what inflation is, to be honest. I just hear a lot of people say it. Last night he had to go to the gas station to get gas. And so I was not able to have him pick me up from work. So I had to get an alternative ride. And it was the fucking worst. And if you come on the podcast again, I'll tell you to your face. But I had to get a ride from Post and his girlfriend. Okay? So and I, usually get off about 7:15, 7:20. Didn't get off till 8 o'clock. Okay? Because little bitches up front don't know how to count money. Right? So me and Post are done. His girlfriend's got the meter running. She's, she's ready to go because they got to do shit too, right? And so Post comes back in and he's like, are they done yet? And I was like, no, they're not. And this girl comes up as soon as he comes in and says that. And she's like, Post, can you open the thing for soup, the walk-in door for soup for me? And he's like, yeah, sure. And she comes back out, right? And I don't know why he fucking said this. I still don't. Love him to death. But he goes, straight bustin'. And she goes, and it's like this white girl. Let me preface that, you fucking little white bitch. She goes, yo! Post just said bustin'! And I was like, what the fuck is transpiring right now? The fuck is happening? And Post is like, what? And then she goes up to the other girl that's counting money, and she's like, oh, he just said that is bustin', not bustin'. And then Post goes, I swear to God, Post goes, straight bustin', let's just fucking go. I don't give a fuck. Come on, I got shit to do. And the girl goes, okay. All right. And he's like, yeah, come on. And he's like snapping and shit. Like, he doesn't give a fuck what you're making fun of. And then they're like, okay, Post, I'm doing the funny. Like, it was funny as fuck, right? That's not even where it ends. I get in the truck, okay? And they're like, where do you go? And I'm like, oh, I live on road. And then it was, or let's edit that out. Blutigal. And so they...
It's gonna self-edit?
Yeah. Just put Blutigal over that one. Okay. And so we're driving away.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know the way to take home, but we usually take a right? And so we're going to the left. And Post just fucking screams. And the guy's like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like I didn't know what was happening. She's like, what? He's like, why are you going left? You're not supposed to be going fucking left. And she's like, I'm going on the highway. And he's like, oh my God, we're never going to get there. We're never going to fucking get there if you go on the highway. And she's like, and I'm not saying shit, okay? Like, I'm uncomfortable as fuck. And she's like, well, where am I supposed to go then? And he's like, go to the fucking ride. That's where everyone's fucking going. Everyone goes to the ride, okay? Right? And so
everybody on that road possibly wasn't going to the right.
Yeah. And so we're going. And we're driving down the road, they're talking or whatever. And I'm, again, not giving directions because I thought they know where to go. And so she's just going straight, like past the speedway. Yeah. Right? Well, then he screams even fucking louder than he did last time. And he's like, where the fuck are you going, bitch? And she goes, what the fuck did you call me, you stupid fuck? And he's like, oh, you know what I called you? You're supposed to go right, goddammit. And they're like going ham. Like, besides hands being thrown, like insults are just being whipped, right? And so she turns right before she goes left. Like, she goes, completely cuts off traffic, goes back like a half Yui. And so we're going down the road. They're talking about whatever, it goes on and on. And then it goes to when we're getting close to this area, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, he goes, yeah, by the way, we have to stop off and get Austin cigarettes. And she's like, what? Cigarettes? I didn't know we had to stop off. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought, Post told you or whatever. And then Post is just like, I told you we had to go get him fucking cigarettes. I told you that. I texted you before we fucking left that we had to go get Austin cigarettes. We had to take them home. And so, like, she pulls in, and he's like, okay, we're here now. All right, we're here. Are you going to calm down now? And she's like, don't you fucking talk to me, you fucking dickhead, right? And then he's like, you gonna call me a dickhead? You stupid fucking bitch? And, like, windows are down. Windows are down, dude.
It feels like a South Park skit.
Okay, and so I go in, I get my cigarettes, and I wish I could have light one up in there and then come back out. But so I get in the car, and I'm like, does anyone have a lighter? And they're like, no, we don't. And then so I'm like, fuck. God damn, this would be the perfect time for me to light up a cigarette. So we're driving, we're almost to the place. She passes it.
Oh, shit. Oh, bad news.
She passes the turn, okay? And again, Post takes his can, and he fucking just whips it on the thing. And he's like, it was right there! And he's like, turned around. And he's like, it's right there! And she's like, okay, does a Yui again. We're pulling into the place. It's speed bumps, and as soon as we go over one speed bump, he's like, you're gonna ruin my transmission. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, you're gonna ruin my transmission. Fucking going over him like that because you don't give a fuck. You're just going over him. You're just going over him fast, not trying to do the brakes or nothing. And he's like, go straight. Go straight. And I'm like, yeah, it's up just straight and to the left. Straight, then take a big left. That's all I said. So she goes, and then, again, they're talking. So she doesn't remember the left. Mm-hmm. She drives into the dirt pile.
Oh, my God, no way.
Drives into the fucking dirt pile, okay? Then has to get out. Like, not up, like, physically get out, but, like, has to back out, do the, And then so we're driving, speed bumps, he yells it again. He's like, this is the problem with fucking women. They don't know how to fucking drive with transmission issues. He's like, all they fucking do is bring it to the mechanic and be like, I got transmission. Oh, of course you got a problem with transmission. And then I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, yeah, I have a problem with transmission. And he's like, yeah, of course you fucking do. Did you hear what I said, bitch? and then she says that, and we're almost home. I'm almost like, I see the turn. I'm there, right? I'm like, hey, I'm going in, I'm going to fucking light up a cigarette because I got a lighter right as soon as I go in there. We are barely approaching it, right? Like, and then she's like, which one is it? And he's like, which one do you fucking think? The one with no goddamn cars. That's why we're bringing them fucking home. And she's like, okay, fucking Christ. And he's like, yeah, pull in. So we pull in, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry you guys had to do this. Post, you got the, I gave him gas money, all that shit. And then he's like, yeah, I'll see you to work tomorrow. And he told me what they had to do, and I'm not going to say because that's, their business or whatever. So I'm walking up to the stairs, mm-hmm. and now they're, going back, or reversing, going back. My God, yeah. They're reversing. And all of a sudden, I hear Post say, now we got to go do it. Now we got to go lug all this shit. Like, through the neighborhood. Like, they're driving away, and I hear them fucking just bickering at each other. Like, you fucking dickhead, you bitch! And I was like, yeah, I am so glad to be home right now. Yeah. Longest 21-minute drive of my life.
Yeah, so, safe to say, Post will probably never do that again. Yeah. But I was trying to be out DoorDash and making money, for the family.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
I'm sorry that you also had to be put through that.
It's a fucking travesty. But hey, one of these days, and it'll be a vlog on our future Patreon when I go get my license. You'll be in the backseat with the camera, and that'll be on on the Patreon. That's a paywall, so you have to pay for that one.
Absolutely. We're going to get the Patreon set up soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Can you imagine? Well, let us know if you would pay for a Patreon. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to do a Patreon and put exciting shit behind that.
Absolutely.
Fuckers. Yeah.
That's where we'll have the real fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get my dick elongated, put that on the Patreon, and you can't see that anywhere else.
Oh, shit. We should bring back the shock videos.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, red taint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just make real disgusting shit, and that's our Patreon.
Purple balls.
People are going to end up spending money.
Mm-hmm.
The internet's a weird place.
Very. If the black market's a thing, so is Patreon.
That's right.
Yeah, I say we do it.
But it won't be like real shit. We'll just make it look real disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it would be just horrifying, disgusting shit. Like me eating fucking Fear Factor in a sink. Like that type of stuff. And you gotta pay for it.
I also beat Stray.
Fuck Stray. That game sucks dick, and it should have never been made, and anyone who says it's above a 1 does not deserve to have a game.
No, you're wrong and haven't played it, so again...
Well, it's about a cat. I don't need to play it, because cats are the devil. Jesus said himself.
It's cool. It's a visual, just like, I don't know, like you play through the story, and it's like a visual, there's a lot of puzzles.
It's a visual aid.
It's something different. It's exciting. You have to kind of figure out how to get places, and you're a cat, and things will like chase you.
And you're a cat, and
so it's. I mean, what else is like it? Really, nothing. I don't know. It's fun.
See, but that, just like we did on the Vast Difference. Okay, I'll use this argument. Okay, you're like, just because it's different doesn't mean it's good. And I'm gonna say that for this fucking thing. Stray sucked. You wanna know why? Because one of the options is to scratch a couch.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
But it's a part of the game. So that means that the game was made for cat lovers, not video game lovers. There's a part where you purr on a fucking robot. You just jump on random shit just to hear her meow. Like, that's not what the fuck.
I think it's just something you can do. It's like playing Heavy Rain or Detroit or any of those games, The Quarry. There's always like these things that you don't have to do, but they're there if you want to do them because you're playing through the story and going through the game.
I guess it's like Skyrim, but not nearly as good.
Right. And when you do like the scratching shit, it like most of the time you're doing it at the beginning of the game because you're figuring it out.
Yeah.
But as you play through the game, you pretty much can tell what's gonna be just like a scratching thing, and you're like, oh, you know, why? Sometimes you do it, and it actually is a part of what you have to do. Mm-hmm. So there's that too. Like you do that sometimes to like scratch out wires in a breaker box to like turn off the cameras to get where you need to go. Like, you know, there's things like that too. So
I just wish the sequel's gonna be like he's crime fighting.
Hey, you never know.
Crime fighting Stray?
I mean, there could be a sequel, but it would have to be a completely different cat and story.
Do a different animal.
Because it ended...
Do like a stray turtle. You're trying to get across the road.
See, that's the thing. It's just called Stray. It doesn't have to stay with
true.
cats.
The DLC could be like a mouse.
That's right.
But I guess all mice are strays.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could, because that'd be disgusting. Have you seen this new trailer that's out for Squirrel with a Gun?
No, I have not.
Okay, have you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to wipe this fucking sweat off my face. It's burning my eyes.
Okay.
Keep talking, though. I'll hear you.
Okay. So, Squirrel with a Gun is, I think it's on Steam, but it might be on console as well. It's not out yet. But it's a game that's on Unreal Engine 5, and it does look beautiful, but all it is you are a squirrel, like a realistic-looking squirrel, that's on its hind legs and is carrying around, like, a regular-sized pistol. And it looks like a real, like... I don't know guns, but 9mm Desert Eagle, I guess, something like that. And he's just like waddling around carrying this gun through cities. Oh, and he's like tiny as fuck. I don't know what the premise of the game is, but it is something I've never seen before.
So that sounds fun.
So might be something we check out.
Sounds like a Xbox platformer from like 2003.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like that.
All I've seen is him running around with a gun, so I don't even know if there's like a platforming element or even a story or I don't know what it is to the game, but I didn't know if you guys had seen it or not because it was something weird.
I mean,
no, I'll check it out though.
It's weird. Like the older I've gotten, I think I'm more excited for trailers of things than I even am for the thing. And I say, okay, let me explain. Let's say if another fucking God of War. Or when the God of War comes out, right? Mm-hmm. Trailer looks amazing. Mm-hmm. But the game always, not just God of War, and I'm not saying that, I'm just using that as an example, but typically, whatever in the trailer is never what's as good as in the game.
Right.
Ever. Right? So, like, you'll see shit and you'll be like, oh, I can't wait. It gets in there, the movie, TV show, whatever, and then it's like, oh, that's not even a part of this. So you hype me up for nothing whatsoever.
True. I'm trying to think if there is any game where the trailer actually does show what the game is, really.
Like, if you play...
Other than, like, you know, sports games and stuff like that. But
well, yeah, but I mean, come on. What are we doing there?
But even that, it shows it in a way where the graphics look way better than they usually do when you're playing the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. But it does suck. Movies do the same thing. Like, you'll watch the trailer and you'll be like, man, this looks real good. And then you watch it and it's like, oh, so they showed, like, the best parts. Like, it's like a compilation. But everything leading up to these parts are boring as fuck. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, shout out Paranormal Activity. That's every single one of them ever created. Because those movies are
same with the new Dune. Like, the trailer was alright. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. It looks kind of cool. And then I watched it, and it's boring as hell. I tried 3 times to watch it, and I turned it off twice, and then fell asleep the 3rd time. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. It ain't happening.
I know this is going to be a heavy movie talk episode. I mean, it's pop culture. If at this point, I'll just say it. If you're like, oh, you guys talk about movies and TV shows and shit. We don't work at the Gramercy. We don't work at MGM and have, and so much money to where we can go on these adventures and shit. If you donate and, tell your friends, maybe we can get there. But I watched Friday the 13th, the original one, with Kevin Bacon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Kevin
Seen
Bacon.
his ass.
Ooh.
He has a bubble butt. He's fucking this girl on a
Apparently
bench.
you can see his wing in Wild Things.
I'm going to watch Wild Things tonight then. Yeah. Gonna have my hand around my cock.
Right.
No.
You can see Kevin Bacon sausage.
He should have been in Sausage Party. Did you ever see Sausage Party?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god, that movie is fucking ridiculous. And to think that...
I need to rewatch it because I really don't even remember it.
Parents were like, oh, I brought my kids to it. Motherfucker. It's made by Seth Rogen. It says it big. It's literally shaped like a dick.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I think some people are truly clueless.
Well, I think they just don't care. They're like, oh, it's an anime movie. Let me be on my phone. And my kid will watch this.
Yeah.
And it's like, like fucking and like a taco's fucking a corn dog.
Like going to the movie theater though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
spending $50.
If you're like, oh, here's something on Netflix, it's like, okay, maybe I guess. But even then, it's like, well, on Netflix, you automatically can see the trailer. So fuck exactly. That. But either way, you spend money, like way more money, to go see this movie.
Yeah, triple.
Without doing any research.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be an idiot.
And
I would never go pay money for a movie that I wasn't interested in.
You're going to go on Twitter or whatever and then bitch and complain because your kid is scarred. When, let's be honest, there's shit that a kid's going to watch now that is way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Than anything on there.
Internet is way worse than a movie.
Oh, by fucking far.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a wasteland.
But yeah, Friday the 13th, great fucking movie. I highly recommend if either of you have watched it or anyone else. I mean, it came out in, 87, so I'm way behind, or 84.
I've always seen, like, sections of it, but I've never seen the entire movie. So I've always wanted to.
It's slow, but in a good slow, because there's scenes, like, where she's in a kitchen and she's like making tea or whatever because like it's nighttime and she's like getting ready for bed or whatever, right? And so she's like pouring the stuff in it and she's like looking around, but there's eerie music. There's rustling of the leaves.
Oh, okay.
There's like she goes to the sink, a light turns on, then it turns off. It's all one shot.
I'm getting scared right now.
Mother. Her ashes come down. But so she's like pouring sink. Wow. I fucking hate myself. She's pouring sugar.
That what it's like for girls when they don't have underwear on? For men it's hanging brain. Women it's pouring sink.
I'm pouring sink. That's so nasty. I'm going to start saying that. If you're ever on your period, shout out periods. Shout out menstrual cycles, all that stuff.
Because as three men, we totally understand that.
Oh, yeah, we totally understand it. 100%. I have one every week.
Wow.
Every week.
Very heavy flow.
Oh, yeah. That's I get a new guy now. Oh, good God. Could you imagine if I... Holy shit, that just... Okay.
Can you imagine if your gyno was a rhino named Dino?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's the that's metaverse. That is breaking the metaverse right there. Holy hell! Damn. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'd be a patient.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, hey, Dr. Rhino Dino. So I need you to check out my gyno. Or wait.
Check out my gyno.
Damn it! No, fuck. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, not that. Yeah, never mind.
I just hope that he does all of his tests not using the horn.
Oh, he's like, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I feel this one.
Hopefully while he's checking, he's just like doing all, feeling around. He's like, yeah, I think it's okay.
Like you're acting like a rhino.
I wish I could look in there, but we both know what would happen.
Someone's like, doctor, huh? And then she like fucking goes up in the air. God, I want to make this in a cartoon. Have Mongo, Lloyd, and Rhino Dino in the same cartoon.
It's all...
Yeah, it's all coming together. Oh, and then they all have the voodoo crayon, and that's the...
Bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm bringing that shit back. If you haven't checked out that episode, fuck off. Yeah. Because that is one of the best fucking things we've talked about on here in a while. And I'll talk about it. Yeah. So, fuck
sleeping on it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, you're really sleeping on that one. But yeah, his butt is very bubbly for a man.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to bring it up. Because they're fucking on this bunk bed. Yeah. And she's like, moaning and all that shit. And she squeezes his ass. And it's like she is squeezing like a honey baked ham. Like it's, and I'm not gay. Shout out gay people. We love you. We have gays on the podcast.
Gay/them.
Yeah. She squeezes it. And I was like, that's a nice ass. I won't lie. I won't lie. Like, that is a nice fucking ass.
If I was there, I'd grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
I'd go up like their moan. I'd just pinch. Like, just one little, just to see how moist it is. That's it. But yeah, other than that.
Kevin, keep going. I'm going to touch your ass real quick.
You almost there, Kevin? Are you almost there, Kevin?
You getting close, Kevin?
Oh God, that.
I'm an ass man.
Bow, bow. Oh man, we have fun. We have fun here.
We do have fun.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Fuck everything. It's so hot. I'm dying. Yeah. We had to turn off the air because of the audio, and this because of the audio. And I get it, but these lights are just fucking killing me.
Yeah.
I may have to take a cold shower after this. Won't lie. Check us out on every single Sunday on the 1722 podcast. Vast Difference comes out every single Wednesday. That's where me and Blake debate each other. It's all under the 1722 umbrella YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, hit the bell, like all the videos, all that shit. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I think that's all of it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all the socials.
Cover all the bases.
Yeah, cover all of them. Please tell your friends, okay? Please, for the love of God, share it. Yeah. Like, go up to your friend if you're going to a cookout in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, so I heard this podcast. It's called the 1722 Podcast, and it's legitimately one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Like, these dudes I know have this podcast, and I have to say, they're actually pretty funny.
Yeah, hey, man.
Just check it out.
Yeah, just check it out, man. Like, if you don't like it, I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, you may not know them, but you should get to know them.
Yeah, just give them a chance, bro. They're cool. Austin, Blake, and Tyus. They're cool as fuck.
Right.
Just try it out.
I would hang out with them, so you should listen to them every week.
Yeah, if I can hang out with them, you can hang out with them, right? Exactly. And that's the point of the podcast, because we don't talk shit.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, I've remembered that the original catchphrase to this podcast was going to be we talk shit, we do shit, and we don't take shit. I had it in my phone the other day from I think it was December 2020.
Ugh,
or something like that.
Terrible.
Yeah, we talk shit, we do shit, and we don't take shit.
And remember,
don't take shit from nobody.